where you send in your questions and I answer them live on the air. So today's question comes all the way from India. And the question is, my baby is 9 months old and still not able to roll over from their back onto their tummy. How can I help my baby to roll? Thank you so much for the question. So that's the topic we're talking about today, how to help your little one to be able to roll over from lying on their back onto their tummy. So the plan is I'm going to share with you when babies typically start rolling, and then I'm going to give you 3 or 4 techniques that you can use to actually help your baby to get going. Before I forget, I want to remind you I've created a free PDF covering all the milestones from 0 to 12 months. I'm going to put the link in the description below. You click the link, download it to your computer, and print it out, put it on your refrigerator so you can have it there to keep track of where your baby should be and when to reach out for some help. So let's get into today's topic. Now, one of the first things I like to tell parents or ask a parent who asks me a question about rolling over is, how much tummy time is your baby getting a day? This baby is 9 months old, so this baby should be already just playing on their tummy. So one of the simplest ways to get your baby at this age to play on their tummy is to use something like this play mirror. You can pop baby onto their tummy, have baby lift their head up to look at themselves in the mirror and be able to engage with themselves, look at their new friend that they just made, and just be able to extend the tummy time. If your baby is spending enough time on their tummy throughout the day, rolling should not be that difficult. Now, one of the first things I like to do when it comes to rolling is to move baby into another position that will make the rolling just a little bit easier. And so here's how I like to do it. I like to get down on the ground physically with baby and roll baby. Let's pretend that this baby is spending a lot of time on her back, which I suspect is what is happening with this little one. I would typically use a little bit of a rolled up towel like this one under baby's head to bring baby's head up a little bit off the ground so that baby's neck is in a nice position. I will get down on my side facing baby and then take my hand, put it on baby's hip, and just roll baby gently onto her side. Now, I like this position to just hang out here for a bit. Stay in sideline, talk to your baby, engage with baby, make sure baby is comfortable. This sideline position has a lot of benefits that are not often talked about. Now, in sideline, your baby, you see the way I am lifting my head up, I will typically cue baby to try to follow my head and lift her head up. That'll give baby a little bit of exercise in her neck muscles, strengthen those sternocleidomastoid muscles on the sides of your baby's neck, and help your baby to start developing a little bit better head control. Now, your baby's body, when your baby is first born, their body accounts for up to about 30% of their total body weight. And so, where the head goes, the rest of the body will go. Now, the next move that I like to show parents to do is the assisted roll. Now, you can do this in 2 ways. If your baby is really struggling with rolling from back onto their tummy and they seem like they're not even really attempting, then go ahead and start that roll in sideline. So position baby in sideline, put baby to lie on their side. We have our baby lying on her right side, and take the bottom leg, which would be this baby's left leg, and straighten that left leg out. Then take the right leg and bring the right leg over so that it's in front of that left leg. Now, what you can do in this position where baby is lying on our side is use something like the O ball, or I like to use my soft, squishy blocks that I can catch baby's attention. Now, here's the important part. If you have baby laying on her side, she's laying on her right side, and I'm trying to get her to reach with her left hand, I can touch the O ball to her hand and encourage her to kind of grab it. But then once she is trying to reach for it, that obviously means that she is tracking it with her eyes. I will move the ball over her head in this direction so that the ball is off to the side, but above her head in this plane. Now, once baby starts reaching for the ball, she will reach for the O ball and starts trying to grab it. Her body would automatically be ready to flip onto her tummy. If baby remains stuck on her side and she's not able to execute that flip onto the tummy, put your hand on baby's hip or on baby's left leg, hold that thigh, and just gradually bring baby over to where baby rolls over onto her tummy. And now you've essentially done a sideline assisted roll. Now, once baby is able to roll in one direction from sideline, what I want to encourage you to do is flip baby onto her other side and do the exact same maneuver, but in the opposite direction, where this time you straighten baby's left leg, bend baby's right leg, and bring it in front of baby's left leg so that this leg is bent. And then you're going to put your hand on baby's hip and hold the O ball or whatever toy you're using, cue baby to reach for it, and eventually baby will roll over onto her tummy. And because you're doing this because you want baby to roll in both directions equally and be able to develop that skill with reaching with both hands in both directions. Essentially, the reach from lying on the back should look something like this, where baby comes up, you're bringing the leg across, baby is reaching, and as baby reaches, baby flips herself over onto her tummy. And that is one of the ways that you can help your baby to be able to roll onto their tummy from their back. Now, babies typically start rolling from their back to their tummy by accident between 3 and 5 months, and anywhere between 4 and 7 months is when you can see that rolling over coming from the back onto the tummy as baby gets a little bit older and develops a little bit more trunk strength and stability. So that is it for today, my friends. I will see you guys in the next live. If you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments down below, and maybe I'll select your question and make a live out of your question. All right. I will talk to you soon. Bye.